Swartz Creek Center Stage isn't just a community theater. As they'll tell you, it's an entire family. I've been part of this family for many years now, but I'm not entirely sure how, when, or why this started. We're going to show you a look inside Swartz Creek Center Stage and what's going on with not only the directors and the choreographers, but what goes on with the cast and what goes on every day at rehearsal. How did Swartz Creek Center Stage start? Why did you decide to do this?
Well, I had several teenage children at the time, and they were unhappy that the high school only did 2 shows, and they wanted to do more shows, so we decided to start, at that time, a summer theater and do a musical in the summer, and that was in 1981. So we started it then, and it grew and grew and grew for the last 35 years.
What would you say the differences from production from when you started to now are?
When I did Honk till now, like 10 years later,
Yeah.
The obvious ones are the building that we're in, right? So we did Joseph here, 3 years ago at the Performing Arts Center. So you went from a very small stage where we added an extension onto the stage, and you didn't have any fly space, you didn't have any wing space, and then we came here and we have wing space, we have fly space, we have lighting, we have microphones, we have, all of what a theater, should have. But the first show that we did, Brigadoon in Mary Crapo, my husband made lights out of coffee cans. Those were our lights for the show. They were made out of coffee cans, and then they put a lamp in there, the light in there, and so we just did with what we had, and we made the best of whatever we had.
Well, we did the first 2 years, we did the productions in the basement of the church, of St. Mary's Church on Wash Road. And then in '83, we hooked up with Swartz Creek Community Education and started doing the shows in Mary Crapo on their little bitty stage. We did Brigadoon. And then the following year, we built a stage extension so that we could, number one, have more people in the cast and a lot more room to perform. So that enabled more things. We built our own lights and light board and everything. It was all quite primitive, but we progressed. I made a little money over the years, and my sons started working for U of M and Whiting, and we got more and more things to make our productions better. And then in 2013, they built the PAC, so we moved here, and now we can do really big productions.
What's your favorite part of doing this?
Oh, that's hard. Yeah. Well, I like doing all the jobs on a show. I like producing, I like directing, but I also like to work tech and work with the kids and help them to progress in both their personal and stage lives. And so I guess I don't really have a favorite thing. I love all of it.
The family atmosphere. Swartz Creek Center Stage. It came from family. So it came from my mom having 6 children and wanting to keep them busy throughout the summer. So she decided to start Swartz Creek Center Stage. And so she had 6 of us plus all of our friends. And so that's how it began. So it's always from the very beginning been a family affair. It's been a family-oriented everything, pretty much. And we try to continue that from year to year. And it's a different family every year. You have kind of your core people, but other people go in, they go out, they leave, they come back. So it's definitely the family.
And what do you think sets this apart from other community theaters, if anything?
I think we set apart because we try and operate with a friendly family atmosphere, and we're concerned with the actors and technicians were concerned with the whole person, not just what can you do for me. And that's been a thing right from the very start, that we each production kind of forms a family. And kids continue in that. Some kids leave to do other things, and some of them come back. It's really, and one of the things they say is because it feels like they're coming home when they come back to Center Stage. So.
Why did you join Swartz Creek Center Stage?
I remember my parents just told me that it would be cool, so I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And it was cool.
Since the director is my grandma, when I was younger, I didn't really have a choice in the matter.
I joined Center Stage because at the time it was the earliest theater production that I could be a part of, because I got into acting before I auditioned, and I started it, did the school plays, and here I am now.
Why do you like it here?
I like it because I know a lot of people have said this, but it is like a family. I'm not wasting my time. They make schedules for people, and they tell you when they're gonna need you, so you're not just sitting there all night feeling like you're not important. It feels really nice. I really enjoy being here. Even when I'm not needed, I don't know, I feel included still.
I love it because it's every time we do a show, you create a new family. There's this just sense of love and acceptance from everyone, and I think that's really what draws everyone in when we do shows and brings people back, is because we're more focused on the people than we really are on making a show. Not that we're not focused on making a good show, but we focus on the people more.
I like it because I like getting creative with whatever role I've been given. It's every role I get to do something a little bit different with.
How would you describe your experience?
My experience has been very, very life-changing, I guess. If I hadn't done Center Stage, I probably wouldn't be as outgoing as I currently am now.
Oh man, fun. A little stressful sometimes, because sometimes when it gets down to the wire, you're kind of wondering if the show is going to turn out. But never ceases. We always do an amazing job.
Well, come to Swartz Creek Center Stage, right? Be part of the family.
If you love acting, this is the place to be. There's nothing like it.